Welcome to Home Team Advantage. I'm Gary Gimbetti along with Mike Egan, back to enlighten and make your week.
Like you
Isn't
were
that
at
what
the,
you said? Week before we came on the show.
like you were at the end of the week. Pucker up, let's go.
So that's a little inside joke there that we're not telling on the air.
No,
But
send those cards and letters in. We'll send it back to you.
yeah, we got to keep people thinking.
Right. That's a tough one.
What are they talking about? Well,
They're probably trying to figure out what the hell we're talking
yeah.
about.
Well, we don't know that either. So, but we've got some Legion stuff going on there. They play at Duluth East tonight, but last night they played Rock Ridge here and
You mean baseball, not
baseball.
stuff.
Yeah, baseball, and they lost 6-4
Uh-oh.
to Rock Ridge.
They have all their players?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but it's hard to. I'm not going to rip high school kids. I just can't do that. But you can't walk guys, and you can't obviously commit errors. Some are going to happen. I get it, but they just tied the game 3-3 in the third inning, and in the fourth inning they walked 4 guys.
Wow.
And then they had the infield in, and they hit a ground ball to the infield. I won't say where.
You almost did.
I almost did. probably can figure that out.
Wow.
And
Is that short guy playing there?
yeah, yeah, real short. But he made a nice play on the ground ball, got up, threw it home, sailed over the catcher's head to the backstop. And you know it's like the Grand Canyon back
Yeah,
there.
it is.
So 2 runs scored on that, and they got the 3 runs back that we picked up in the third inning, and then we proceeded to strike out 10 times in that game and left runners in scoring position. And you're not going to win many games when you do that.
They're still doing pretty good this year, though. You can't win them all.
No. I mean they're a very good team. Logan's doing a good job with them. And hopefully, they get some stuff straightened out. But when they have their whole team there, they can certainly hit the ball. Last night just wasn't their night. So they'll get better and hopefully compete for a district title at the end of July.
Now they play this weekend at all?
I do not believe they do.
Okay.
I know, like I said, they play today down in Duluth. So we'll see how they do down there. I don't know if they have a doubleheader or if it's one game.
It's got to be tough for those kids, though, because they got to get their own transportation there. They got to probably buy their own bats. Maybe they buy their own baseballs.
Well, the baseballs are probably. No, I think the Legion covers pretty much the baseballs, unless I don't know if he charges them anything to play, but I think the Legion will probably. They take care of the insurance, and when I did it.
Pay the umps?
Yeah, you have to.
Yep.
And so it can be expensive. I mean, I did it for like 12 years. And I'll tell you, I got now maybe if I would have asked the Legion for more money, maybe they would have given it to me. But I'm not that kind of person. So I had to end up buying some uniforms and stuff like that.
So being that there's no Legion club in Hibbing, where do they get their money?
Well, there is.
There is?
There is Post 222, so yes, there is a Legion
Where's that at?
club. Wow, they probably meet at the Memorial Building.
Oh,
So yes, there is a Legion club. And I totally respect the Legion club. They treated me fine when I was coaching and all that stuff. But it's hard. It's just for me. It's hard to ask for money.
well, was their building the one that was next to Hardee's, which is Napa, or is that the Knights of Columbus?
No, I was the Knights of Columbus.
Okay, so
So-
where was the Legion club then?
Well, as far as I know, it's always been in the
At
one
the-
of the
at
in the Memorial Building.
Okay.
You go when you go in the front doors there.
Yep,
You go to the
the
left,
Yep,
up the stairs. I think they meet up there.
okay.
So yeah, no, they're a very good organization. I respect them and all that stuff. But again, I didn't know where they were getting their money. Number one, when I was doing it, and it's hard to ask for like thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So
When you think that most of them are probably getting their money from their own pocket.
well, So, I probably made each kid pay $100, each family pay $100, because that pretty much took care of the umpires and all that. And I don't know what Logan does or how that's handled. So, but the baseballs were usually purchased through the Legion Club.
Maybe one of these Saturdays we can have him come on the show and give us a little
Mm.
background on it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, just to break up the monotony of listening to us all the time. I suppose it'd be nice to hear another voice here.
Just a little break too, just so we have our Jubilee coming up. Our old friend, Mr. Tinder's going to be in town, so we'll send him an invite, see if he wants to come on.
Well, you seem to do that every year he comes, and
Yeah,
he
he
never does.
Yeah, I know, but
So maybe one day he'll do that.
give in.
Yeah. and remember too, we got the 100 years celebration. What is that? Does that start like July 7th?
It's the full week. They have different events. They got speakers and entertainment and a bunch of other stuff going on at the auditorium or the high school during that week. And then it's the 100th anniversary of the first graduating class, because the school was actually 102 years old. If I'm
That's
Doing it right.
I'm sure it's older. Yeah, I'm sure
yeah,
the
this
school's
is the
older.
first graduating class. So I don't think there's gonna be too many members of that class coming for the Jubilee.
No,
but
well, it'd be nice to see one come back that's 100 years old, I guess. But
try 118.
yeah, well, yeah, okay, that's true. My math's a little off. Sorry, I didn't pass math in high school, so that's not surprising. I'd get that wrong.
But it should be a nice, and hopefully the weather starts cooperating a little bit more. But should be a really nice event, and they've got some really good speakers lined up. Amber Fricklin's going to talk. Kevin McHale's going to talk. You had some other ones too.
Bill Grillo
Grillo
Sr., as
Sr.
far as I know, is going to
Yep.
talk. Who the heck? I know I wrote him down in my column last week.
So, but anyway, it should be a nice, and hopefully, people will turn out for it.
Well, and James Please is going to also talk about the inductees going into the Hall of Fame, or about the nominees. I don't know. I'm not. I thought it said inductees, so
Okay.
obviously they're going to have another Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and I believe it's going to happen during homecoming week this fall. They're going to induct,
Okay.
so that'll be interesting to see how many people go in and who those people are.
I think it's
obviously.
every 5 years they're going to do it now or something. So good. Nice to see they continue on with that tradition. So
Well, and then they're bringing. I mean, it's not only sports. They're bringing in Bethany McLean is coming in, and she's an award-winning author.
Mhm.
She broke that Enron scandal, and wrote a book about it
Nice.
that I know my wife read, and she's been in on some other books too. So that'll be very
Good.
interesting to see her talk if you're into that kind of stuff. So. No, I want
let's
to
not read
go.
any books.
Well, no, yeah, you never want to read books. That's detrimental to your health.
We just want to burn them.
Yeah. So that should be fun. That got us way off the track of baseball, but
Well, we'll get back on.
we'll get. Well, yeah,
We'll later talk about the Twins.
yeah. Oh, and then I obviously got to mention the VFW teams having a decent season, but they lost. They split a doubleheader with Rock Ridge yesterday here. They swept Grand Rapids on Monday, however, but in the process, their pitchers walked 17 batters.
Wow.
Okay, and they still won the two games. One was like 13-10, and the other one was 11-4. And yesterday they continued that. So they had walked 17. They played a 7-inning and a 6-inning game against Rapids and walked 17 in 13 innings.
Yep.
So yesterday it came back to haunt them, and they walked 3 or 4 guys in the first inning, and Rock Ridge jumped out to an 8-0 lead. Hibbing, to their credit, battled back and made it 8-7. So, but they just couldn't get that one clutch hit that they needed to maybe break the game open.
Kind of like the Twins the night before. They were down 4-1, came back 4-4, and lost 5-4 in extra innings because Mr. Buxton doesn't want to chase down fly balls anymore.
Well,
But he's our guy.
yeah, he's my guy. I'll admit that. I wish he'd hit better though. I mean, I know he hit a home run against who were they playing?
The ladies of the
Yeah,
yeah.
can't remember who they played before Arizona now. That's how bad it is. Oh, it's gonna bug me now.
You
But
want a hint?
yeah, please.
Let's see, what color uniforms do they have? Who probably-
The team heading to Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, they were playing Oakland, and I believe he hit a home run in the third game of that series,
I
and
was going to hit him with the orange and green uniforms with the elephant on the side.
I would have probably never figured that one out. But so yeah, well, now they're 7 games out of first,
Yep.
I believe, and 8 games out of first, according to our disembodied voice over there. So, but Cleveland finally got their winning streak snapped. I just can't believe that Cleveland's that good.
Well, they're 20 games over 500. The Yankees are 20 games over 500, and is it the Dodgers that are over? So they're your 3 playoff teams.
Yeah, right there.
Phillies.
Or Philly. I'm sorry, not the Dodgers.
Phillies and the Dodgers.
Yeah. But the problem I see with the Twins is that they're so streaky. I mean, they win 7 in a row, they lose 4 in a row, they lose 2. I think part of the problem is they do not have a starting pitcher that can come in and stop a losing streak.
Yeah, and the only one that could do that would be Lopez or Ryan. And Lopez hasn't pitched that great this year. He
Well, he had what?
the last outing he did pitch
14 strikeouts.
pretty well in his last outing. So if he's the pitcher we're going to get the
They'll
rest of the season, we'll be fine.
They'll trade him.
Well, no, no. Yeah, God. Well, they
Yeah,
cut
never
payroll.
know.
They cut payroll after finally winning a playoff series.
Yeah.
And then they lose to Houston, and then they start cutting payroll. And why they got, again, we talked about this before, but why they got rid of Sonny Gray, I have no clue.
Yep.
I don't know why. Maybe he didn't want to be here, but I can't believe that because he seemed to be having a good time here.
It'll be the proverbial, he wasn't good in the locker room.
Well, yeah, that's probably what you'll hear. But why they in the world they didn't try to re-sign him is just blows me away. The stuff that
Well,
team does.
Being that we're segueing to professional sports, we might as well continue, right? NBA draft was last night. Parlez-vous français?
Yeah.
I speak of the French. I'm the 5th draft choice.
Yeah, France had a nice run of picks coming in. They almost think that they must be clones of Victor Wembanyama or something.
Who?
I mean, the guy that San Antonio drafted last year,
Oh.
the 7'4" guy.
That's Victor what?
Wembanyama.
I have to say that real fast.
I think it's that way. Who knows?
He bent what?
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. But do you really? I didn't get home till the middle of the 20s last night.
1920?
No, but picks.
Okay.
Quit. God, I'm gonna walk off the show one of these days.
I'll beat you to it.
Yeah. But honestly, do you know any of those players?
Not one. Of the top 10, the only one I knew was the one that the Timberwolves got from Kentucky, the guard.
Yeah, and I didn't even know him.
But there's not a whole lot about him. And it was just, it was like French night last night, And half of these kids are 18, 19 years old, and now they're going to make $40 million a year. But again, 10% of them will make it, the rest of them won't. So it's a crapshoot.
Well,
most
it
of the
is. And the kid but the kid they did get
time.
at number 8 was from Kentucky, which is not a bad place to draft players
Nope.
from. He was a decent player for them. I think he can shoot. I
He's
don't
a
know.
guard.
Yeah, and they need a point guard to
Yep.
replace Mike Conley when he decides it's time to hang it up. I'm glad they picked Conley up and he signed it. He signed an extension, I believe, this winter.
It'll
so
be
he's here for
interesting
a
to see
couple
who they
years.
get rid of to make room for these 2 draft kids.
Well, yeah, I don't think they're going. If they were going to do something, well, they still have to draft today.
Well, and then they're going to pick LeBron's kid, and then
Well-
they got to make room for LeBron.
Yeah. So do you think at 37, do you think Ronnie James is a possibility?
I think so.
That would be,
What if they did that? What if they took LeBron's kid and he wanted to come play here? Would you change your attitude towards Mr. LeBron?
well, I don't necessarily dislike LeBron James, but I don't like all the hype.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I mean, I know,
He's bad
yeah, I
for
know.
he's bad for basketball.
Well, but if we can get him, of
That was
course,
him right now.
yeah, there, yeah.
What's that mean when they have a U with a screw going through it?
Yeah, probably not good.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
But it wouldn't be like we're getting him in his prime.
Yeah, but he'd be good for 1 year.
But yeah, I mean, as long as if he could average 25 points a game and take us to the next level, that would be
Can you
nice.
imagine that? Him in the lineup with our three guys,
Gosh,
huh?
yeah,
That'd be like when Shaq and him, then what's his name,
Kobe.
LeBron and Kobe all did that for the Heat. Was it the Heat when they won the championship?
well, LeBron went to the Heat. Kobe and Shaq weren't there, but it was
No.
Dwayne Wade and what the hell is it, Bosh?
Oh, Bosh, the tall kid. Yeah, yeah.
They were the three there, but it's like Kobe and Shaq and whoever else they had in that threesome
Yep.
going to Los Angeles and winning. So yeah, no, that would. I'd probably watch every game at that point. They might go undefeated.
Oh, I doubt that. There are not enough basketballs on the
No.
floor to keep all those guys happy.
No, there probably isn't.
And they
but-
can't trade Cat because his contract's too high and nobody wants him. And they showed a video the other day of, I think it was Michael Jordan was at the All-Star game and saying hi to everybody. And Cat walked up and turned and walked away from him.
Well,
They don't like him.
no. Well, the other thing last night when I did turn it on, ESPN, I don't know if the NBA channel had the draft on or not, but I was watching ESPN. And for every team before they picked their person, they had these big long summations about these players and
Oh,
what
yeah.
they needed
Yeah.
and all that stuff. As soon as the Timberwolves pick came up, they went to a commercial.
Yeah.
And they did not say one bit about what the Timberwolves needed. Or I didn't even know they drafted this kid at 8. So they at least could have come on and said, oh no, they've already got this guy.
Well, they traded for
Well,
him.
they did.
Yeah. San
but-
Antonio had the pick.
Yeah, but they didn't even mention that, so I had no idea. My son said, they already picked. And I said, what? Their pick's coming up.
Yeah, it was on national TV. It was on ABC and ESPN. But I agree with you. I don't think the Timberwolves get the respect they deserve. But it's Minnesota. What do you?
Well, I get it, but that really, ESPN can shove it.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, they had no interest in talking about what the Wolves needed or how they should go about their business or anything like that. And
Well-
I don't care about the New York Knicks.
Oh yeah. Well, they
And
had
that was- and that-
3 picks in a row.
Oh yeah, and it was like, who cares? I don't care.
Well, look who's on the dais that's doing the talking about it. And then they got nothing against women. Don't get me in trouble with this one. But every interview is done by a female that probably doesn't know as much as I do about basketball. And they ask, not that they don't know I shouldn't say that, not that they don't know their stuff. They're directed to ask stupid questions.
Well,
So the guy in the booth is, telling them, hey, ask him this, how'd you like playing in France? Oh,
that's a pretty obvious
Yeah.
question. there.
And why did you wear a double-breasted suit today? And what's with all the bling bling?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, and I can't disagree with you there.
oh.
That's a lot of it, though, in all the
Well,
sports.
I didn't know if I was watching a draft or a fashion show.
Yeah.
So
Well, they had a lot of those guys were there
we're really going
that were
to
drafted.
our friends at ESPN are going to really be mad at us for doing this.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'd already told you what ESPN can do because they had nothing before that 27th pick on what the Timberwolves might do.
Yep.
I had to watch a commercial for 5 minutes. Or commercials for
Commercials.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden the bottom on the clicker on the screen thing on the banner on the bottom of it says pick is in, and they still didn't come back
Yep.
and give any information on what they should do. So
We should be really careful what we say because I think Caribou Coffee is a sponsor in NBA, and since you brought in a strawberry
shaker,
shaker today, we don't want to lose their sponsorship
no,
by bad mouthing. And what about Count Dracula,
no, you got me caught.
the
me up there.
commissioner?
Oh,
Doesn't he look like that guy, the original Dracula from the
Yeah.
30s?
Yeah, he does. And he's got that fake smile on his
Yeah.
face whenever he has to shake hands and take pictures with those players.
Well, he's
I'm
always
sure-
looking up to him.
Yeah, well, he is. Yeah, he's not as tall as any of them. But yeah,
Every time
no,
comes up, I said to my granddaughter, "Look at Dracula."
yeah.
It only comes out at night too.
Well, that last night would have been the night. But
I think some of it has to do with the fact that the ownership of the Timberwolves is in limbo. At first he's going to sell it to him. Now he doesn't want to sell it to him. And I think that the NBA is looking at the two owners that want to buy. They got the star power. Now they got supposedly a secret, another third guy coming in to help, come up with some more money for him. So I think once they take over the team, you'll see more publicity go towards the Timberwolves. But I could be wrong. I mean, Glenn Taylor's not the most interesting guy to talk to.
no,
So,
he just roasts chickens.
yeah. Doesn't he have that painting empire too? Or something?
Oh, you get what I'm saying when I
Yes,
say
I know what
okay,
you're
Glue
saying.
Girl.
Yeah,
Remember Glue Girl?
yeah.
Okay. All right. That's enough said.
All right, enough about them.
The NHL draft is coming up tomorrow. I think it's Friday,
Yes,
and they're having it at the Sphere.
yes.
Have you ever been there?
I've seen it, never been inside it. I've seen it, seen what it looks like from the outside. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
In fact, they got the Eagles there in August.
Oh,
Through September.
Yeah. But
so
that-
they actually perform in there.
Oh yeah.
But what's the big thing about it? Is it the acoustics, or what's the big thing about
Well,
it?
it's the acoustic, it's the lighting, it's the what they've been able to do. I mean, it's not drones, but they can take the outside of the sphere and put a picture on there. And if you're sitting in your hotel room, you look down and see this big picture of some big star on it. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Really? So
Yeah.
that's you could be in your hotel and see a picture of what's
Oh,
going
it's
on.
huge,
inside.
yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so
Show you photos, Ken.
That's impressive. I'll give them that.
Ron's got photos.
Oh, of what?
Our resort, right there.
Yeah. But my understanding is inside it's supposed to be the acoustics being that it's a circular dome, and just the way they've got it set up. I mean, it's not cheap either. I mean, it's hundreds of thousands of bucks for the seats that go in there. But yeah, it's really neat.
Mhm.
It's something that you don't see very often anywhere else.
Ah,
So, and it's only in Vegas.
only in Vegas. Yeah. What stays happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Most of the time, unless you bring it home with you.
They're not gonna take it down and move it,
No, I gotta take it down and move it.
so it stays in Vegas.
The other.
And they broke ground in Vegas too now for the new baseball field.
Oh, well, I was going to just bring that up because obviously when they played Oakland,
Yep.
they said this is the last season in Oakland,
And that was gonna be the last time the Twins play him there.
In
correct?
Oakland.
Yeah.
but they're moving to Sacramento
Yeah.
for 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, by the time Vegas gets them, they probably won't even be a deal anymore.
I think it'll be done before that. I can't remember how long it took them to build Target Field, but it wasn't 3 years. So, and it's basically the same format. It might even be the same architect, engineer, or whatever that is building it, because the area that they're building is basically the same size as what Target Field was that they had to build it. So
Yeah, but that's still 3 years away.
I don't think it's going to be.
Well, that's what the contract they have with Sacramento
The lease,
is.
yeah.
The lease or whatever they're doing. I didn't even know Sacramento had a baseball field.
Probably,
honest with you.
probably like the Phoenix Coyotes playing in some college
Yeah.
field
So,
with 5,000 people watching the game.
so why didn't they just move to Sacramento? Or Sacramento does not want a baseball team?
I don't know. I think it has something to do with the lease they have in Oakland. I think they couldn't get out of it. So, but then instead of signing a new lease with Oakland, they go to Sacramento for a few years. So, I mean, they're still not going to draw.
No. Well, I don't know. They seem to. The fans that were there seem to be into the games. I mean, if you're only getting 10,000 people a night,
Yeah.
I guess that's not worth it.
Yeah, in an 80,000 seat
No, it's
stadium.
gonna be smaller.
No, I meant in Oakland right now. They get 10,000 people. It looks like it's empty.
That's just a guess. I
No.
mean, I don't know how many people they get a game, but
Well, before we go, we better talk a little bit about the Vikings. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. The NHL draft. There's a kid from Hermantown. Is that or Proc
could be.
or somebody? They got some prospects from Minnesota that have an opportunity to get drafted. So
Well, in the Wild are drafting 13th, so
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see who they take, what direction they go in.
they better get somebody, or a vet, or what's his name's going to be gone. So Kaprizov. But they have no money again. They're still strapped with
Yeah.
the Parisi and Sutter deal. So
Yeah, again, we're paying them to play against us
right.
and to play into the playoffs.
Well, I think Parisi's retired now, isn't he?
Well,
He's
I
sitting
don't
at-
know.
Probably
Maybe.
sitting at home watching the game.
Yeah, he's probably watching us. No.
Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup. You're happy about that
I'm
because
happy
it wasn't
about
not a
that.
Canadian team. It's nice to know that the success of hockey in the United States relies on Florida teams.
Well,
Florida Panthers and Tampa Bay won it 3 out of the last 5 years now. so-
yeah. But again, all these players are either from the U.S., Canada, or overseas. So it's not like Canada's not winning
No.
Stanley Cups. They have players from Canada that are on the teams.
Well, and to be honest about it, the majority of the players in the NHL are not Americans.
That wouldn't surprise me one bit. But yeah, but again, we're the state of hockey, and we don't have
crap.
we don't have a Stanley Cup ever since the North Stars were around.
Yep.
So I don't know if you can call us a state of hockey anymore.
But one thing good, it sounds like the Wild are going back to their North Star colors, which I don't know if you've ever seen one of their jerseys. They're nice looking. So
Mhm.
hopefully they do. I don't know what Dallas is going to do. They can switch their colors.
And did the Lynx win that Commissioner's Cup?
Yes, they did.
They did.
Yep, and
So
they got
congratulations to them.
They got to split $500,000 between. It's like $30,000 per player to win a game. That's great.
Yeah, and they beat the Liberty, which is a pretty good team.
Yep. They had their coach on in her interview, and everyone's giving her a hard time because she didn't pick Caitlin Clark to be on the Olympic team. And she just basically said, if you don't like the way I coach, too bad.
Yeah.
She said, we're the best team in the WNBA right now. So what are you going to do? So,
All right, so on that note, our show is coming to an end. For Mike Egan, I'm Gary Gimbetti. Thank you for watching us on Home Team Advantage.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support.